I was going out to the set was out on the beach there, and I got stopped by. I was just by myself, and I got stopped by the cops there. That watched the set, and the guy wouldn't let me on there because he thought I was a homeless guy. And of course, hair and makeup people got a kick out of that.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code with your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Hey, Melanie, it is Friday, so you know what time it is. It's time for 90 News. You're looking very festive today. How's all going on in the world of Melanie Rose during holiday hunts time?
Things are good. Been very busy between Christmas shopping for the kids and friends and family, and of course the 90210 Hunts Holiday Hunt, December 17th through the 21st. If you haven't signed up and you're watching, visit 90210hunts.com and check it out.
That's really great. Okay, Let's start with this.
So check it. We have so much new and exciting merchandise over at Beverly Hills, 90210showshop.com. You can get your own Peach Pit shirt, or Welcome to Beverly Hills shirt, or oh my God, check out that classic retro Beverly Hills 90210 shirt. Oh, and for you Claire Arnold fans, Pete, you can get yourself a Claire Arnold t-shirt. I mean, we pretty much have everyone and everything covered, from Dylan McKay to Ray Pruitt. I mean, we even have a Roy Randolph shirt. So don't be a squeef. Head over to Beverly Hills, 90210showshop.com and get on it.
Yes, speaking of holiday shopping, it's perfect for the 90210 fan in your life. And actually, I need to remember to buy myself a hoodie too. It's been really chilly here the last few nights.
This is the Beverly Hills sort of Welcome to Beverly Hills one. I'm really digging this shirt.
Yeah, it pairs well with your beanie, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
I like the beanie look on Pete. It's a good look.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. I do get a couple compliments for having a beanie. I like your antlers. So
thank you. Yeah, you know what? They're actually very tall and they don't all fit on the screen, but you get the idea.
Okay. So what's going on in the world of 90 News? Let's talk about what's happening. I thought this week's episode of the show was awesome. I was so excited to be connected with Dave Bow, who was Garrett Slan.
So good.
It's a great story. I think we're going to bring Larry on in a little bit to talk about that.
Yep.
So what do you have to start with? Talk to me.
You know what? Let's actually start with Brian Austin Green and the Masked Dancer. I'm going a little out of our order here, but that's okay. I feel like it's a big story. Do we have a clip of Brian being a judge on the new season of Masked Dancer, which is coming out this month? Let's show it.
That's the clip that you want to show, Melanie? That's the clip?
The Masked Dancer? Yes. Yeah. Let's show that clip, Pete.
Are you ready for the clip now?
I'm so ready.
Producers of television's #1 show.
Welcome to the Masked Dancer.
Listen to that crowd. How are you at memorizing lines of dialogue?
I would say I'm a pro.
I know who's under that mask.
Somebody's Wikipedia page is being rewritten tonight.
Could I have seen you on television?
Yes.
Are you well known for your comedy?
Do you have any kids?
Stop asking so many questions.
You command the stage like a Broadway star.
I could be a singer, actor, tapper. Oh my God! Oh God.
Medic, can we get a medic? She's on the ground.
Who are you?
I'm thinking Britney Spears.
Fergie.
Martin Lawrence. Post Malone.
What?
Take it off! Take it off! Oh, snap!
The guessing just got harder.
Twirl around, booty wiggle.
Craig Robinson hosts The Masked Dancer, a limited masked event. Premieres December 27th on Fox.
I mean,
oh my God,
did you pick
Brian looks so dapper. Like, did you see how
that's great. But
slick
did
he
you pick
looks?
a longer clip? I mean, how long of a clip was that?
It was a little long. We could have maybe just cut the Brian Austin Green stuff in. But you know what? Now everybody has a really solid idea of what to expect on the show. So we like to set expectations.
I mean, I don't even know why they made that ad. I knew all of that stuff was going to happen. So.
Right. But you know what? There might be somebody watching who hasn't seen the ad yet. So now we've done them a huge service and they'll know to watch Brian on December 27th.
I can't wait, man. I love seeing Brian on things, so it'll be better to see him on that other than my virtual screen. Though I don't mind seeing him on my virtual screen all the time too. But,
I mean, I'll see him anywhere. It doesn't matter, It's fine.
There was a really ugly incident this week I wanted to just bring up, and I know that we don't usually go, talk about our personal lives, but
oh boy, where is this going? Okay, continue. Sorry.
Earlier in the week, I don't know if you saw this, but there is a new, like those Instagram filters where it like you guess what's on top of your head. Have you ever seen?
Oh yeah, like the little quiz things that are really fun in the stories. Yes.
So I did this, right, and I got Emily Valentine, which was really great, but Claire wasn't an option. So I felt really bad about it because I really am a Claire. And I do love Emily Valentine, but I mean,
we all know you and Claire.
Yes. Understand it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to let you know I corrected it yesterday, just for clarity. that had to be fixed. So that is now. I just wanted to write that wrong. All right. So now we have Shari coming on. Yes. Is that?
Yes. Yeah. Let's bring Shari on. We're going to talk 9021 OMG.
Hey everyone. How are you guys?
Hi. Happy Friday.
Yeah, Good Friday. Happy about it. Yeah.
And really quick, Shari, at the top of this, thank you for sponsoring the 90210 Hunts Holiday Hunt. You're sponsoring our second prize, which is 1 year of free streaming TV to your platform of choice. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
You're so welcome. That's sponsored by Teen Drama Horror, which you can see at teendramahorror.substack.com.
What I want to say to you also, Shari, is light is looking amazing. Audio is
I tried.
We've gotten to the virtual 2020 world, and it's nice.
I know. I got the right equipment.
Yes.
I don't want to tell you how long it took me to set it up.
It was worth it because you look and sound great.
Thank you. Good. All right. So let's get down to it. So on this week's edition of Tori and Jenny's 90210 OMG podcast, they discussed the series' third episode, which is Every Dream Has Its Price Tag. So it's in this episode that the Walshes first hire Anna as their housekeeper. And that was a storyline they kind of glossed over. They kind of just mentioned it once and were kind of confused about why and how the Walshes got a housekeeper. But I wanted to point out that the actress who played Anna, Louisa Leshin, and I might be butchering her last name, was just on this podcast last month. And she shared in a really amazing story about how far she's come in the industry. Today, she's a highly successful and award-winning writer and producer. And I just think it's so important we celebrate that. So I was a little bummed that they didn't make that connection.
Right. I mean, I will tell you that, you have to kind of research that and find that out. And she was incredible when she was with us. So I mean,
so good.
Yeah. But you know what I will say about Jenny and Tori's podcast is like I love their approach to it because where our podcast, we should point that out for sure. You know what I mean? That Louisa was such an important, especially the episode we covered. But for Jenny and Tori, it's really their experiences, right? So it's not always necessary for them to bring on everybody and do all that. I love hearing about what. Like you mentioned in the thing, there was a great story that they brought up this week.
Yes. So, I had similar to what you just said. So they had Robin Lively on as a guest, and Robin Lively is an actress since she's a little kid. And she was a guest because during the first season of the show, she was actually dating Jason in real life.
Interesting.
And they, in telling a story, Robin mentioned actor David Sherrill, who you just had in the opening of this podcast. Because he was living with Jason back then. And so I just wanted to remind everyone that David wasn't just Jason's roommate. He was actually on the show and he had a 2-episode arc. And that wasn't mentioned on the podcast when they brought David up. But I'm really glad you pulled that clip at the beginning. It was actually really perfect timing, Pete.
There you go. Yeah, it just happened to be there.
Yeah. And while it was mentioned that Robin is the sister of actors Blake Lively, it wasn't mentioned that Blake is a teen drama star in her own right because she was one of the lead cast members on Gossip Girl. So that was a little fun connection as well. Yeah. There was also one bit of misinspiration.
Okay.
So Tori asked Robin about claims that Jason once lived with Brad Pitt, and Robin didn't think that was true, but it is true, and it's something that Jason himself mentions in his memoir. So they never lived together.
Did you read his book? It was it was solid.
Yeah.
Actually, Tori's book is really great too. They're all.
She has multiple books.
Yeah, they're all good. Yeah. Well, listen, I think like I said, I think their podcast is awesome, and they're doing really great stuff. And I thought the interview with Blake was incredible. So
Robin.
Yes, thank you.
Robin.
Well, I wanted to mention one thing that I really loved about this episode. It was probably my favorite part of the installment. Jenny had really sincere comments about Carol Potter and her role as Cindy, and I really just wanted to read that quote.
Sure.
So she said, "I never appreciated her acting abilities. I never appreciated her contribution to the show when I was filming it because I was young and it was all about me and us and the kids in my mind. I just wasn't developed enough to think outside of my little box, and now watching it, I find myself wanting more scenes with Carol and wanting Jim and Cindy to talk to each other about stuff." I really loved that admission. I thought it said a lot about Jenny's own personal growth from being, you know, a young rising star and thinking it's me, to watching it today and realizing, wow, I was working with a great actress.
Yeah.
And she was just as important to the show as I was.
Yeah,
it was really mature and candid.
I love that.
Good retrospect, good perspective looking back. Yes.
I was going to say also, we've had Carol on a couple of times, and she's so wonderful and just cordial and like
love her.
And, has so much to offer. So I hope we get to talk with her a lot.
The prop food thing that they mentioned was cute too. How she would always
eat the prop food.
Yes, that was really cute. I thought that was a good little tidbit that they shared too.
Yeah. And so lastly, I just wanted to say how much I loved this week's podcast that you guys did with on We Pardon This Interruption. You blew my mind with your surprise guest. That was really awesome. And I wanted to know, what as Melanie knows, is that after the podcast, I tweeted out a fun thread afterward showing all the teen drama connections to the actors that were in this episode. So if you want to check that out, you can see that on my Twitter, which is twitter.com/sizzlemaker. And I'm starting to do this after every podcast show, I think. I'm going to point out, like, you had this guest on this week. Look how they're connected to our other favorite stars in the teen drama world.
That's very, very cool.
Very cool.
All right. Is that all for Shari?
That's all for today.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us. It's always
fun for having me. I consider it a privilege. Every week that I get to be on is a true honor. So
we love hanging out and chatting with you.
Yay. Well, have a great weekend.
You too, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Shari. Bye.
Okay, so that was fun.
Yes, she's so informative. One thing I love about her is her depth of knowledge regarding, teen dramas in general. So she's very knowledgeable.
Covering all this for a very long time.
That's right. That's right.
We have. Hey, we got to do something really fun because we have a Patreon, which I can't believe we haven't started talking about already.
I know, right?
You go to patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show, and you can find out all the information there. But we got to do something really fun this week. We did our first After Dark Zoom chat. And so this is how that went, sort of.
Fun fact that Trevor had been trying for years to get on the show from day one, similar to Jill.
Then are you Brandon and Kelly people? Are you Dylan and Brenda people? Or are you...
When are you going to start now?
I'm a Brandon Susan Keats person, which is very... Very.
I am too. I'm still traumatized by losing my religion. I still can't listen to the song.
Oh gosh, that song hurts.
But I have I think my favorite couples other than the main ones are David and Val and Steve and Claire.
I don't know who Claire winds up with. I don't think it's anybody else.
Oh, yeah, Prince Carl.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah. No, Prince Carl was for her.
I think other podcast hosts, maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm very much a Brenda Dillon fan.
Oh, there we go.
The party the night before was the best, though, because they turned Johnny Rockets into the Peach Pit, and Joe Tata came, Nat.
He gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I gave him one. He goes, wait, do it again. And he turns, and he just planted it right on my lip.
Everyone knows where they were when that happened.
Yeah, it felt like we lost a brother.
Yeah.
conjured up all these like I can't believe he's not with us anymore. I just want to remember him and the show and the cast.
All right. Hi, everyone.
Hi. That was
so much fun.
Yeah, Melissa's with us from the After Dark Zoom chat, right? Melissa.
Yes. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are
Happy
you?
Friday.
Happy Friday to you too.
Listen, it was really awesome chatting with you this week. I know we have, messaged each other on Instagram and all that stuff, but doing this Patreon's been so much fun because I'm getting to hang out and talk to all of you and hear your fun stories. We had a really good chat about Luke, and I felt really like I needed that. I don't know why, I need to hear about that.
It was cathartic.
To talk to everybody about that. But you did share us an amazing story when you were on the After Dark Zoom. So we were like, we have to have you on to talk about that. I'm talking about this, Melissa.
Oh my God. Nat plus Melissa equals love.
Only me.
I am. Why are you making out with Nat?
So last year, 2019, Brian Austin Green did a big 90210 fan event. It was a 2-day event. Started out on Friday with, they turned a Johnny Rockets into a Peach Pit. And everybody was dressed up, the full, Peach Pit shirts. I have one. Brian was there. Ian was there. Scott, Doug Emerson, Scott Scanlon showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Nat was there. And then the next day he did a live podcast at the high school. Call Me Bad as the guest.
Very cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Really
do you have the high school?
Yeah, the high school parents.
Yes, there we are. Donna Martin graduates.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, how can you go there and not do that?
Right. Well, and you also did this, which is very cool.
Of course.
Right?
Yep. The eighth step.
Eighth step. Yes. So it was amazing, just being there and connecting with other fans and things like that. But Joe was making his way through the crowd, and I had seen him a little bit earlier. I took another picture with him and was sitting and chatting with him. And as he was walking through, and he couldn't get by, so he just stayed where we were and just talked with us for a few minutes. And he said, and he wanted to take another picture. So I gave him a kiss on the cheek, and then he just said, wait, do that again. And as I went to kiss him on the cheek, he turned and he just kissed me. And now, mind you, this is in the middle of the Peach Johnny Rockets, and became known that weekend as the girl that made out with Nat.
Oh my God. That's incredible. That is an incredible story.
Yeah. And I sent the picture to my husband, who obviously we were in LA and he was home in Boston. And I just sent him the picture, and he's like, really? Of all the people you cheat on me with Nat?
He was expecting more of like a Brian, right?
Right.
Exactly. And it was just hysterical.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, thank you for coming on and sharing that. I want to do more of this where fans talk about their interactions. You have a really good one with Luke too, but we'll save that for another day when you come back and chat with us.
Yeah, I have some good ones with all of them. So have me back whenever you're ready.
That's awesome.
Great.
All right, Melissa, so good to see you.
So good to see you too. Thank you guys for everything. This is so much fun. And as a diehard fan from day one, I feel like I found my people.
That's amazing.
Aww.
Yeah.
After all these years, that it's still so important to all of us. So thank you for just everything you do, and now even bringing more people into my life. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. You too. Thank you for everything that you do as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa.
So sweet. Yeah.
She's so nice. I love her. And, I'm from Massachusetts as well. So I always love connecting with other fans from my home area.
I believe they call you massholes.
They do. And, I demonstrate some of those traits sometimes. So, you can take the girl from Boston, but you can't take the Boston from the girl, right?
Right. They say that about Jersey too. Yes. All right.
Totally.
So what else do we have going on? Yes.
Actually, we had another Hillary Swank story this week. She played Carly on Beverly Hills 90210, single mom, one of Steve's girlfriends, and she is going to be in a new movie. So I thought we could show a clip. Hopefully not as long as the last clip, but a clip nonetheless.
Giving you, Melanie, I believe this will be double the time. Let's see. Here's
boy, what did I do?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. What is it called?
That one is called.
What's the name of the movie?
The name of the movie is Fatale, and it's with Michael Ealy. It's a Lionsgate thriller, and it releases in December.
Okay.
Life is a road, straight and narrow. Stay on the road, and it will take you safely home. But make a wrong turn, and you will meet the darkness.
What was that?
The detective's here. She's gonna be taken over.
I'm certain I know you from somewhere.
I don't think so.
Come on, stay and play.
Look, I have a marriage to protect.
You're afraid I'm gonna expose you to your wife?
It wasn't a robbery.
Can you think of anyone who might want to harm you?
Friends, family, or a woman you screwed
And discarded?
This wasn't part of the plan.
Did you do it?
Did I do what? I am not a murderer.
I don't believe you.
I made one wrong turn, and it cost me everything.
Well, then you shouldn't have come to Vegas. God, nothing's easy with you.
Yeah, that was pretty long, but it looks.
Was it the movie? Was it the movie? I mean, did we just watch the movie? I mean,
I know. I kind of felt like I was sitting in a movie theater, right?
I will say it looks incredible, and it's right up my alley in terms of the drama and the suspense and all that stuff. I think it's a home run. So props to Hilary Swank. That looks like a really good movie. I don't know if you can go to a movie theater these days, but
no. And it's interesting. I was reading an article the other day that a lot of movies are going to start just releasing directly to their streaming services. So I think movie theaters will be bypassed, and I believe that a lot of them are closing anyway. So we're in a whole new time for movie viewing in general.
Absolutely. So that looks great though. So I don't know how you go and see that movie nowadays, but I'm sure there'll be a revelation.
Probably a pay-per-view type thing or something. We'll have to see when the date gets closer.
Yeah, but it looks really good.
It does. So
my brain, it's still going on actually, the trailer. So.
It was a little long.
Yeah.
Next time we'll make sure we cut it down a little bit. But hey, I mean, 90210 news. So
yeah, well, it was actually a very good trailer. But if I was listening to this in the car, I would have skipped it every 15 seconds. Come on, hurry up. So
yeah. Agree. We'll be more mindful of that for next time.
No, I don't care. They can learn to skip. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Sounds good. All right, let's move on to our social sweep and see what our favorite people are posting on Insta. Lindsay Price. She made some Christmas cookies. I believe they were up in a cabin somewhere spending Thanksgiving with her family. So I thought that was a really cute picture. She's just so sweet, and we love her. She played Janet, of course, on the show. So
I love her. I love her in the later years. We had her on here. She's just so sweet and wonderful, and just beautiful. And I love her husband too, actually.
Oh my God, Curtis Stone. He's awesome. He's such a renowned chef, and they just make such a cute couple too. I love them.
They do. Okay, then there is this.
Yes, Vanessa Marcel posted this picture of her and Mila Kunis, a throwback picture. I thought it was really cute. I loved that 70s show, and I also loved that Jackie and Kelso ended up together in real life. So I thought it was a cute celeb pic to share.
Nice.
Yes, that was a good one.
All right, and then there is this.
Yes, that was from Kathleen. She posted a cute comment saying, Thomas, not so cheeky now. Ha ha ha. So that was clever, given that she's always very clever and posts cute things. So
yes,
very wintry pic to share.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. She must be on break or something, shooting because she's got that triage show coming. So that's exciting.
She does. Can't wait for that.
Me too.
I know you can't wait for that, especially.
Definitely. I love all things Kathleen, as we now know, on repeats here. Okay, let's see. Now we have Jenny Garth is Feeding America.
Yep, that's nice. She was doing some, did a post, promoting them and everything that they do, especially during the holiday season. So we always love to promote, giving back and nonprofits, and props to Jenny for promoting such a good cause.
She promotes lots of good causes, actually.
She does. Yeah, she sure does.
I know she's very big into the rescue and animal stuff and all that. So it's always good to see Jenny out there. Let's see what Tori's got going on this week. I know Tori's filming a movie too, right? I believe that. I don't know if you have that on your notes.
I'm not sure about the movie, but she was promoting in this post Freeform's 25 Days of Christmas from December 1st through the 25th. They're screening, Christmas movies all the time. So that was her post promoting that. And how cute do they look? I mean, she's just so adorable. I love Tori.
Yeah, same here. You know what? Speaking of all those days of Christmas, we're going to be doing a 12-day of Christmas giveaway to promote our December 23rd Christmas show.
Yes, we are. Can't wait. You guys are going to be so excited to see all these fun prizes that you can win.
All right, let's bring in our buddy here, Larry Don Mollin, reporter. Wow.
Hi, Larry.
I am a roving reporter. I forgot to put that in my open card, but forgive me here. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Yes, we're here for the news and lots of news, huh?
That's right.
We were just talking, Larry, about the show on Wednesday and getting reunited and reconnected with everybody. Garrett Slan was with us, Art Hindle, Detective Rendell, Edmund Potter and Tracy. I mean, we had the whole group there.
So to be clear, we had David Bowe, who played Garrett Slan.
Right.
We had Art Hindle, who played Detective Rendell, and we had Trevor Edmund.
Yep.
Edmund, who played Ethan Potter, and we had Brian Donovan, known as Brian Lee, who played Rusty.
That's right.
And we had the wonderful Jill Novak, who played Tracy Gallion.
Yeah.
So, it was really a bunch of real pros getting together and talking shop in a lot of ways, and with a lot of respect for each other. And these are people I call show people, really, because they've been in it for 40 years, and there's no people like show people.
That's true. Art Hindle was people I know. The one story that just totally blew me away was this one. Let me play this for you guys.
I'm sure he's been accosted in malls all over America.
Yeah.
I have to be honest that my probably claim to fame has been this character in my entire career. I've had more people come up to me and say they recognize me from this. In fact, I had a waitress call the police and say that she says I have a stalker in my restaurant. I know I saw him on, and she was mistaking 90210 for Fox. I guess the police show.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Well, for cops show.
Cops, yeah. The police came and interviewed me and realized that it was just I'm just an actor, playing a stalker on TV.
So sorry.
Wow.
I could not believe that. That was insane.
When you play a villain on television, people, if they see that villain and, strange things happen. Poor David. It was great to hear that story. It was fantastic.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. He's great.
But yeah, it was wonderful. Art Hindle, when I first came to Hollywood in 1978, he was my first friend here. He kind of, showed me the ropes and stuff. And I'll always love him for that. So I was always looking for a part for him to play. And it's a small part. He kind of played a detective in 3 different episodes because I always, I asked him to do me a favor. He was a fairly established actor, but I just needed that authenticity. He's actually played these kind of characters. So in our kind of drama, which was so far out of our lane on this, that it really helped the drama, I thought.
He was so good.
We also, Larry, we had so much fun on Patreon last week. I want to show everybody what they're missing if they're not on the Patreon, which is doing really great, by the way. Everybody's, finally finding out about it. They're asking, how do I get there? What's the deal? Let me show you the clip.
I think you're so superior. Hardly, but I do think I've earned the right to be called Mr. You Bastard. Yeah, with some of my
I got a feeling that was an improv line of Jason.
What is the process of them doing these intros? Is that like a day? What is that like, Larry?
Yeah, I would say they just kind of book them for a day, and they all have them dressed up, and they turn around a couple of times.
But Larry, you live around this area. Do you ever get? There you are, executive producer. Do you ever get flashbacks when you walk past Hermosa Beach and just like, oh my God, this is where they did that? Do you ever get those moments in your mind?
No, I really like this girl. She gets to sing a song of mine in another episode. I have a couple of episodes, I think. There was a false scare of Donna where that's like they go in to put a tape of hers in the studio, and then there's like backwards tracking,
yeah.
Donna. And that's also was from my Chips episode I wrote in 1982. Yeah, I get to out myself on Patreon. I was just thinking why it's so good. Why Patreon is so good is because people really want content, and we've got all this stuff, and it's actually energizing me. I really enjoyed the watch along. I mean, I hope it's really good when I haven't seen the episodes too. I know you're going to be doing more. It's always good if we can keep that. At least I hadn't seen that one in 23 years, so it is kind of good. And you see the good and the bad, and I did report some of the bad too.
What's cool about it too is because sometimes, for Wednesday, we just kind of covered that storyline, right? The Garrett Sland stuff, but or the Evan Potter stuff. But we also got to see Chloe in that, and we looked at the Kathleen and or the Claire and Steve story in there that's going on the Patreon. We're looking at things like that, but we're pulling that out. We're not covering that in the actual episode. So it kind of helps us to refresh our memory. So you get to kind of see everything,
Yeah, I mean, because the Steve and Claire story in that episode, is really good because both of their parents are now dating, and of course, causing a big problem for them. And they're trying to stop them from having sex. It's one of the great situations.
I thought it was great. So we're doing more of it. We got a lot more content that we're planning, and I know that. And I think I told Larry this that. Dr. Greg from the episode that we did with Paige Moss and Kelly or Jenny and
it was an arc. Yeah. He was the good doctor, the handsome doctor that Tara screwed up the relationship with
He's
Kelly.
Going to come and do some bonus content with us on Patreon.
And we should mention that Jenny Garth herself said that guy Michael Dietz was hot. She still liked Michael Dietz. She still was thinking about Michael Dietz. So he's an important character and played a small role, but he was good.
And bonus content is off the hook. You got to check it out. Larry, what else have you got going on, man? I mean, this is what's going on at LarryMollin.com these days.
Well, I've got LarryMollin.com. I've got the book San Malo. I've got another book, Cayuga. I've got, I'm going to release my novelty hit where I got a Canadian gold record called Santa Jaws. Okay, the great white shark who ate tiny reindeer. And it was an enormous hit. It came out of A&M Records. I got nominated for a Juno in Canada for Song of the Year. I mean, it was like ridiculous. There were dancers dancing to this novelty song in the award show. Anyway, I'm gonna I'll just kind of release that myself. But yes, visit LarryMollin.com. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
But we have the Christmas show we need to tell them about, and which is going to be a miracle because we don't know what it is. That's great.
We do know it's on December 23rd, so that's one thing that we can share.
Planned absolutely nothing for it. I know I'll be drinking eggnog. It will probably be spiked. Other than that, that's about all we've got going. Yeah,
I think so. But there are some good shows coming up next Wednesday and the Wednesday after. We just been playing around, and we confirmed that December 16th we're doing the season ender of season 4.
That's right.
Mr. Walsh goes to Washington. So much goes on in that episode.
Such a good episode.
So that's going to be that's like a Christmas pageant in itself.
Exactly. But listen, I think it will be a lot of fun, and I think we're gonna the Christmas show, the Christmas party show, Christmas party show is gonna be off the hook. We're gonna, listen. I think we're all gonna have fun. I think we'll have some fans pop in. I think we're gonna get some familiar faces.
We're got to give away some presents. We've got some
presents.
That's right. We've got some good giveaways coming up too. We'll share more on that later.
All right. Well, Larry, I think this was great. Good seeing you as always.
I'm just going to give my sign off. Thank you so much, Pete and Melanie, for the news is so important, and it's all the news that fit and lit.
All right.
That's right.
All right. We'll see you, my man.
Thanks, Larry. Bye.
All right, so that's always good with Larry talking about what's happening. And then there's this cute picture that you...
Yes. Oh, my God. So, I mean, we talk about Tiffany a lot here. We love her. And this pic she posted on Instagram is a throwback holiday picture. And how cute does she look in this picture? I mean, the coat, the cute little bangs, the door. I love everything about it. So we had to share that one.
Hey, Tiffany, it's been 4 weeks now since we started trying to get you to come on the 90210 show. What's happening? Haven't heard from you. You know how to get a hold of us. Are we going to do this? Let's do it. We have to talk about all things Valerie Malone. We'll talk about any episode. We'll make recipes. We're going to have a lot of fun. So, hey, get in touch.
Tiffany, we want you.
Come on down.
Yes.
All right. Did we cover all things 90 News this week? I feel like we did. Yeah, so I just want to, before we leave, just remind everybody, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. For just $5 a month, you're going to get bonus episodes. You can be a part of the After Dark Zooms. And there's some really good stuff coming. You get to ask questions, and then we have different scales of this Patreon, some live shout outs, and then there's things where you can watch the episodes with me and Chuck and Melanie and other guests and whatnot. So we're still kind of getting into all of it, but it's definitely something that we wanted to add on for super fans. Listen, guys, we're doing this show, it's a lot of work that we put into it. Try to give you as much free content as we can. If we can get a little bit of some help during the bonus stuff, it's very helpful to keep the wheels spinning for the free show. So much appreciated to everybody who has signed up. And if you haven't, head over to our Patreon because there's a lot of fun things going on there.
Yeah. And, it's a good gift idea, too. If someone wants to sign up for a friend for Christmas, I think it's a perfect gift. Super.
It absolutely is.
Yes.
All right. So that's 90 News. Melanie, this coming week, Chuck and I are going to go back to season 1 and we're going to explore some of the first 6 episodes. We're going to talk about one-on-one, and we're also going to talk about higher education. We're still planning out that episode. And then 2 weeks, as Larry mentioned before, we're covering Mr. Walsh Goes to Washington. So
yes. Oh, I can't wait. That is such a strong episode. So good.
Season 4 ender. So we're going to be looking into that and getting some people together soon for that. And then, of course, as you mentioned, the December 23rd Christmas party. We can't wait for that, too.
It's the most 90210 time of the year.
Yes. And
with that,
I thought that's what you were going to do, but you did not do your clothes. Yeah.
I did not, but I'll do it now.
Your clothes. Hey, did you notice that when this past week on my Instagram, I was watching 90210, studying the Phantom of CU because it's one of the 4 that we had to watch for this week, and Steve Sanders says Sanders out. That was way before Seacrest out. Steve Sanders invented Seacrest out. I'm convinced of this because Ryan Seacrest was a huge 90210 fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel
totally
that developed from there. Yeah,
agree. And maybe I adapted my clothes from there. So with that, happy Friday, everybody! Enjoy the weekend. Sign up for Patreon and 9021 out.